Yo, what's going on, buddy? This is Dylan Talk Sports. My name is Dylan. In today's video, what I want to do is I want to talk about the USA men's basketball team. More importantly, what's going on with this basketball team, because they start off kind of their expedition games a little bit slow. Then they had a very good game against Serbia, and then they went and just played dog shit the past two games. And what exactly I want to talk about is this team ready to go win a gold medal? Because for those of you who pay attention to USA basketball like myself, the USA basketball team, the men's team, has been dominant for like the past decade. Hell, we could possibly say century. And here recently, in the past like 4 years, it's just like the Team USA, especially like with the World Cup team, like last year we saw 2023, they just are not a good team. We've seen what the Team USA did this year, assembling basically the Avengers: LeBron, Joel Embiid, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Haliburton, Anthony Edwards, Steph Curry. They have assembled the Avengers. They are determined to win gold this year. But it just seems like something's not clicking. I don't know if it's the chemistry. Are they not playing off of each other very well? Is the starting lineup weird? Is the coaching the problem? Kind of what I wanted to do in this video, like I said, is just kind of talk about all that stuff, give my opinion, what do I think the problem is, and then go from there. Plus, also, I want to discuss the future schedule for what the team's going to be looking like, who they play, how things could work, and do they have a chance to get to the gold medal game, and like I said, obviously win gold medal. So before we go any further, as always, all information you're going to be seeing on screen, all different articles and websites, I'll have links to it all down in the description below, so if you want to go check it out for yourself, feel free. But I'm going to stop rambling, I'm going to get straight into this. So if you're going to enjoy it, as always, make sure you're going to drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. But without further ado, let's get into it. Now, as you can see here from USA Basketball's team's website, this is all the games they've played so far, their expedition games. Going back to July 10th, the game against Canada, that was a close game from a little bit of it for like the first half, but then they kind of ran away with it in the second half. It was a good game though, overall. A lot of NBA players were in that game, which is the weird part. It was like the NBA players that they were going against were like some top tier guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, Dylan Brooks. They were all in that game. And then they moved on to the second game where they played Australia. A very, very close game, which was a little bit concerning. Then they had a game against Serbia, which everybody was like, oh my god, Serbia is going to kick their asses. They got Nikola Jokic. They're going to pretty much take it to them. And they were doing that for the first half, especially in the second quarter. Jokic was getting fired up. They had a dude on the team, I forget who his name was, but he was shooting threes. He was making his shots. But then it got to like the second half, and Team USA just kind of ran away with it. These two games right here, Germany and South Sudan, I didn't expect South Sudan. Everybody was like, okay, after Serbia, this team is ready to go. They are locked in. They're ready to go. 26-point win. Oh, yeah, they're going to really just beat the hell out of everybody. And then they faced South Sudan, and it was like, who the fuck are those dudes? I think South Sudan pretty much came out there playing with a mindset of like, we have nothing to lose. We're going to go out there and just play free. And they did that, and they came very close. They had a game-winning opportunity shot at the end. The dude, I think he crossed up Jrue Holiday. He had a floater attempt. Joel Embiid got his hand up there, so it kind of affected the shot. It like banked off the backboard, hit no rim. If it would have hit the rim, I think it probably would have had a chance. The backboard, rim, and bounce back in, but it went backboard out. And then two guys went up for it at the same time. It was a whole debacle. If you haven't seen it, go look it up online. I'd show you on screen, but they probably get copyrighted. But moving on, we got Germany here. Here's the thing about the game with Germany. It was too close for comfort. I didn't watch the entire game. I watched a little bit of the game. I watched like the first quarter, and then I kind of turned it off, and then I came back in like the fourth quarter, and I saw, oh my god, they're having to come back. And then I watched the highlights, and I was like, they were down by like 15 points. What the hell is going on? Luckily, they got the win in the end. That is a good sign. As you can see here from Brian Windhorst, he's an ESPN senior writer for ESPN. He's been kind of like the lead guy over there overseas, kind of reporting on the Team USA about what's been going on, how things are going. And he was talking about one thing in here about the way they've been winning these games, and it's a very important thing, and it's that they are relying on a 39-year-old LeBron James to do the heavy lifting at the end of the games, which I don't know if it's a good thing or a bad thing. So far, it's working. I mean, you look at the roster they have, like I said, LeBron James, Joel Embiid, Steph Curry, Jrue Holiday, Jason Tatum, Tyrese Haliburton, Anthony Edwards has been a dog on this team. Anthony Davis has been the best defensive player we've ever seen since Shaq so far, the way he's playing. And we still have Kevin Durant that could possibly get on the roster. He hasn't played at all so far on Team USA for these expedition games. He's dealing with an injury or whatever is going on so far. So hopefully he's good to go in these games coming up. And it's like he's dressing to play for the games if it's like an emergency situation. So it's not like he's like crucially hurt, he can't play at all. He could play. He's just taking his time, slowly nursing the injury. Now, like I said, whenever it came to Team USA and what they've been doing so far, when you look at the way they won these games, the game against Germany, at the very end, it was 90, I believe 89, or like, just so that I'm not guessing. As you can see here, a minute 26 to go, LeBron, he made a three, as it was 90 to 84. He pretty much sealed the deal for that game. And then again, with 45 seconds to go, who did they go to? LeBron James. Give him the ball. Let him go just finish it off. He's too strong for them. He's got too much muscle, and he just ended the game. And the same exact thing can be said for South Sudan. At the very end of the game, everybody was like, oh my god, is South Sudan actually going to win this game? You look at the score. They was 99 to 107. South Sudan actually hit a three. They were up with like 20 something seconds to go. It's like, is this really how they're going to lose? Out of all the great players they have on this team, who did they go to? LeBron James, ISO ball, give him at the top of the key, and he just drives to the rack, gets the easy layup. It was like a poetry motion. Now, like I said, whenever they got the ball, they had some shots. They put it up. They had a couple of attempts to kind of like try to tip it up. They tried to smack it up onto the rim. They couldn't get anything to work. All I'm going to say is the fact that they escaped being 5-0 is chef's kiss. Now, looking at the future games for what they have going on. As you can see here from this graphic, this is from the NBCOlympics.com. Kind of for how the Olympics is going to work for Team USA and for the men's basketball teams. This is how it's going to work, just so like we have an idea of how they get it. As we know, Team USA, they are going. This is the women's. This is the men's. Just in case you're curious, for the men's, we are in Group C. We play against Serbia, South Sudan, and Latvia. How you pronounce the country? This is the group that we're going to be in. Luckily, we're in this group and not either of the other groups, because that Group A, oh my God, Australia, Canada, Greece. Imagine playing Giannis and then going to play Canada and playing Shai Gilgeous-Alexander, and then Australia is no joke. Like, that is a rough group. Like, everybody say some prayers for Spain, because they're going to need it. And then the Group B with France and Germany. We just saw what Germany's been like. And France with Victor Wembanyama and Rudy Gobert. That's going to be a tough matchup over there. But when it comes to Team USA advancing, what do they need to do? Obviously, you win all 3 games in this group, you're going to move on. But they can probably escape with a loss. That's just one thing we can kind of remember. Now, obviously, like I said, for a long time, Team USA going back to like the 90s did not lose a single game. They were undefeated. They never lost. Hopefully, that's what the plan is right now. Don't lose. But if they did lose a game, let's say they win 2, win 2, lose 1. That would be 5 points according to this graph, because every time you win, you get 2 points. A loss counts as 1. And if you were to lose by like forfeit, like you had to just forfeit the game, that's 0 points. So 5 points could just automatically get you win. Let's just say United States, like I said, wins 2. Maybe they lose 1. South Sudan is the other team that loses or wins 2, loses 1. Serbia wins 2, loses 1. Maybe Latvia loses 2, wins 1. It's a lot of stuff we have to kind of account for. Moral of the story, USA, don't lose. As we can see from their games they play, first up they have Serbia. We just saw what happened when they play Serbia. Hopefully they can kick their asses again. Serbia might come back with a little bit of vengeance. Nikola Jokic is going to probably come back with a little bit of a different mindset. They're going to want to take it to them. Maybe the United States can still win, but hopefully they can just get the job done. Don't let Jokic get rolling. Their second game is going to be against South Sudan. It's going to be on the July 31st. That game, as we just saw, it's a close one. It could go down to the finish line. Hopefully they can change some things up and they can actually just blow them out this time. And then as we can see here from the schedule, it's saying we play Puerto Rico. I'm not sure if that's true or not. From what this graphic says, it says Latvia. And then the other one is saying now Puerto Rico on the actual schedule. This is from Google. I don't know which one's true. Let me know in the comments. I think it's Puerto Rico now, since this is like more accurate or more recent, kind of updated. So if they play Puerto Rico, I think will be an easier team to play. They can get that job done easily. And then the way it kind of works is, like I said, as long as they win or have enough points to kind of move on to the next round, as just pretty much win all 3 games, you move on to the quarterfinals, and that's where it pretty much just comes single elimination. They'll be put into one of these graphics, I think, or brackets. They're going to be put into probably like at 12 p.m. or 3:30 p.m. because like Team USA, they're going to want to make sure the Team USA audience or the USA audience can kind of watch at a time appropriate for them. So they'll play one of these. You win that game, obviously move on to the semifinals, and then once you're in there, it's pretty much you win, you move on, you lose, obviously you go home. But if you win, I had to kind of think about this for a second, just make sure I got it correct. If you, in the semifinals, if you win these 2 games, the winners move on to the gold medal game. The losers from these 2 games are going to move on to the finals. They will go to the bronze medal game. Obviously, you win that game, you get a bronze medal. You lose, you go home with nothing. The gold medal game, if you win, you get the gold medal. You lose, you still get a silver medal. It's not the gold, but you still get the silver medal. Moral of the story is, as you look at the bracket, 6 games is what they have to win. They got to win 6 games to get through. Now, real quick, I kind of want to take a minute to kind of talk about what exactly is wrong with Team USA. Like I said, whenever it comes to their struggles, what's going on, I'm wondering if it's the fact that they have too much star power and every player just doesn't know where to fit in. Like, you name the stars. Like I said with Steph Curry, he's trying to be a ball hog or trying to like shoot up some threes. LeBron wants to be a ball hog. He wants to hoist up threes, go down, drive to the rack. Jason Tatum, he's used to score on 30, 40 points. Anthony Edwards is used to score on 30 points. Devin Booker has scored 40 to 50 point games for the Suns a lot because he has to do that in order for them to win games. Like I said with Halliburton, Drew Holiday, all these guys, Kevin Durant when he gets onto the court, Joel Embiid, these guys have roles of their own team to where they're usually the stars. They go out there and just dominate. Now they're kind of having like to take a step back and they have to kind of pick and choose who's going to be the guys that still become the stars for Team USA and who's going to be players that just kind of take a step back, come off the bench, and still can do good in your own way, just not at like the super high level like you're usually used to. Plus, also whenever you watch Team USA play, their chemistry is getting a little bit better every game. It's just inching up a little bit more. I like what they're doing right now with the chemistry, kind of the way they're like feeding off of each other, the passes, the way how they're finding open looks for shots. They're not trying to like force anything. I do think whenever it comes to coaching, Anthony Davis, he needs to start. Or if Joel Embiid is going to keep starting for the Team USA, Anthony Davis, when the fourth quarter gets down there towards the end, he needs to be on the court because he is like the best defender. Like I said, the best defender probably since we've seen Shaq. If he played like that in the regular season with the Lakers would have no problem beating the Nuggets in the playoffs. But as I said, with Anthony Davis, the way he's playing, if LeBron can just save the day in the end, maybe Steph Curry can hit up a three at the end of the game to try to save the day sometimes, and everybody just has to find their roles. Figure out what your best role is. Figure out where you need to be is my job in this kind of game. I'm like a great three-point shooter with my team, even whenever I'm trying to be the guy that saves the day. If you're a great three-point shooter, stand in the corner, stand on the wing, be ready to go for a kick-out three. If you can drive to the rack like Anthony Edwards, he's found his role. He's just that spark that he can just at any time give him the ball, let him drive, dunk on somebody, let him go make some mid-range jumpers. If he needs to make a three, he'll make a three. I think if everybody can just, like I said, figure out their roles, figure out their assignments, figure out what they need to do to win the games, they'll be okay. And after 6 expedition games or 5 expedition games, they should have an idea or general idea of what they need to do to win these games. But I'm going to kind of wrap it up with this. Team USA, good luck. Good luck to all of you. Hopefully you can bring home a gold medal for USA. And just don't choke. For the love of God, don't choke. But other than that, I think I'm going to wrap it up there. Hopefully you guys did go and enjoy this video. If you did enjoy it, as always, make sure you go and drop a like on today's video. Be very much appreciated if you do so. If you wanted to watch the entirety of today's video, thank you very much. And like I said, if you have a different opinion, do you agree or disagree with anything I said? If you're watching Team USA and you agree or disagree with anything I said, do you think the Team USA is looking good, looking bad? Should they make changes? Do they not need to make changes? What do you think is the reason why they've been struggling in a couple of these games? Do you think maybe it's just the way players look overseas now? Are they just really good these days versus what they were in the past? Whatever your opinion may be, leave a complete opinion down in the comment section down below. Be more than welcome to talk about with you guys. If you're a fan of the content that I do poster and you want to hit that big red subscribe button, feel free to do so. And do not forget to hit that little notification bell to be notified second to post. But without further ado, this has been Donald Talk Sports. Have a great day. Peace.